Hello friends, I am Amir Nizami, and today we are going to study the deflected shape of a beam, that how we just draw the deflected shape when the load is acting on a beam. So let's start. So first of all, for drawing the deflected shape of a beam, we should know about the support conditions. So different types of supports, we know that the regular support, hinge support and the fixed support. So first of all, we will see the roller support. So about the roller support, we see that it is the ideal case, ideal situations which is given to the symbol with the symbol that it is a roller support with just making a roller here at the base. So what does this signifies? This signifies that it can move horizontally and it can have a rotation. Both is possible, horizontal displacements. So if horizontal displacement is there, so therefore no reactions would be developed, and if rotation is possible here, so no moments can induce here. But it cannot translate in the vertical direction. So if there is no vertical direction, then there would be the reaction in the vertical direction. So we can say that the displacement in the vertical direction is 0. So therefore if no displacement is there, so a reaction would be induced in the vertical directions. So here we can see the first point what we have mentioned, that it can rotate. So slope is not 0 because rotation is possible, and then if rotation is possible, then there would be no moment to resist it, no moment would be induced. Second, it can translate horizontally, that we can see that it can move horizontal directions. So horizontal displacement is not equal to 0, therefore the reactions in the horizontal direction is 0. But no vertical translation, but it cannot move in the vertical directions, so therefore delta V is 0. So therefore no reaction would be possible in the vertical direction, so only one reaction is available here. So reaction, that is RV. So only one reaction is possible in the vertical directions. Now we will see the hinge support. So we can see it is the ideal symbol of a hinge support. So what does this indicate? That it cannot move in the horizontal direction. So we can say that delta H is equals to 0. So therefore a reaction in the horizontal direction would be induced, that is H. And a rotation here, a rotation is possible. So we can say that theta is not equal to 0 because rotation is possible here. So therefore the moment would be equals to 0. But in the vertical direction we can see that no vertical displacement is possible. So delta V is equals to 0. So therefore a reaction would induced in the vertical direction. So here two reactions, one in the horizontal direction and one in the vertical direction. So two reactions are possible here. Now we are coming to the fixed support. So it cannot move in the vertical direction, so we can say that delta V is equals to 0. So therefore horizontal vertical reaction induced, and also it cannot move in the horizontal directions, so therefore horizontal reactions induced. And even it cannot rotate because it is fixed from this end, so it cannot rotate. So if it cannot rotate, then theta is equals to 0, therefore a moment would get induced. So here we can see horizontal reactions, vertical reactions, as well as moment are possible. So all three reactions are induced at this end. Okay, now so how to draw the deflected shape of a beam? So suppose first we make a simply supported beam. So simply supported beam we can make with one end hinged and other end we can make roller. And with a UDL case, suppose we are taking the applying the load, uniformly distributed load, and we want to see the deflected shape. Okay, so how to draw the deflected shape for this? So for that provision, just we can see that at this point we can see this is a hinge support, so reaction is vertical reactions and horizontal reaction. So it's better to just mention with the displacement condition what's possible. So horizontal displacement is not possible. Horizontal displacement is not possible, so we can mention it delta H is equals to 0, and vertical means delta V, vertical direction is 0. But what here, rotation is possible. Loads, it can rotate because it is hinge support, so theta is not equal to 0. Theta is not equal to 0, so it can rotate. Similarly, we come here at this point, so what we can see at this end, a rotation is possible, means theta is not equal to 0. Horizontal movement, yes, horizontal movement is possible, means delta H is also not equal to 0, and vertical displacement, that is delta V, that is equals to 0. It cannot move vertically. So now what we can see, so we can draw the deflected shape. Now what's possible here, so it's possible that it can rotate. So if it can rotate, then we can see, if due to load it can rotate, then we can see that we can draw the deflected shape. Okay, so it is our deflected shape of the beam, because at this end if we make a tangent here, so we can see the rotation is possible here at this end, but the displacement is 0 at this point, but the slope is not 0, because if we make a tangent to it, it is making a with the horizontal some angle. Similarly, at this end we can see that the deflection is 0 at this point, it's not moving upward or downward, this is here only, but the slope, if we make a tangent to this point, then we can see that there is a slope with making an angle with the horizontal direction, so slope is possible also here. So therefore it is the deflected shape of a simply supported beam. So the beam will deflect in such a manner which is shown here. Now if we make a two-dimensional so you will see that it will deflect in this manner. So somewhere here there will be the neutral axis, it is the neutral axis, and the top fiber, what we can say, it is in compression, and the bottom fiber is in tension. So we know that the principle of the reinforced concrete design is to just save the concrete from getting cracked. Okay, so how to, because concrete is, what is the principle, that concrete is weak in tension but strong in compression. It can carry the compressive load but cannot carry the tensile load. So concrete is weak in tension but strong in compression. So if there is a tension developed at the outer edge here, so what we have to do, we have to just provide a reinforcement bars here. So for that, to save from those parts, we have to just provide a reinforcement bars at the tensile edge. So at this edge we are just providing the tensile reinforcement bars. Reinforcement bars. Okay, so reinforcement bars are provided to prevent this fiber, tensile fiber, from getting cracked. Otherwise it would get cracked in this manner, so it will just split in the parts. So to just save that, we have to provide a reinforcement bars so as to just stop the cracks induction here. Now let's go to the second part, see the fixed beam. So first we will make a fixed beam. So let's change the color. Let's see. So see here, a vertical reactions would induced. So because no vertical displacement, so we can see that delta V, no vertical displacement is possible, so delta V is 0. Rotation, about rotation, there would be no rotation, so theta would be equals to 0. No horizontal reaction, so delta, no horizontal displacement, so delta H is also 0. So all three reactions were induced here corresponding to this slope equals to 0, so therefore the moment would induced M. Delta H equals to 0, therefore a horizontal reaction would develop, and vertical displacement is 0, therefore a vertical reactions would get developed. Similarly at this support also, here delta V, vertical displacement is 0, horizontal displacement is also 0, and rotation is also 0. So now due to load, if it will carry load, what will happen at this end and at this end? What we know two things. Either here both the slope as well as here the slope theta is 0, as well as vertical and horizontal displacement is 0. So here no displacement at this end, at this point. Here also no displacement at this point. So displacement is 0, slope is also 0. So to make it, we will just go somehow in this manner that this will deflect in this situation, so that its displacement as well as slope also become 0. So this would be the deflected shape, where if you make a tangent to this part, to this point, so this would be parallel, so therefore this slope would also become 0. Here if you make a tangent to this part, the slope will also get 0 here, and as well as displacement at this point is also 0. So it is our deflected shape of a fixed beam. So if we make this deflection of a fixed beam, let us see in the two-dimensional analysis how to make it. So how it will act. Sorry, let's erase. Similarly it will also okay, so it is bending in this manner. So we can see that here it is compression from this part to this position, where curvature is changing, and here it is tension. But here a negative moment is developing. Okay, so this phase is in compression here this phase is in tension, and this portion here and this portion here. So now how reinforcement bar should be provided, we will see here that reinforcement bars must be provided. Let us see. At this end to this end, we will just provide a, because it is having a tension part, and after this position it is having a compression part, so the tension would develop at the top fibers. So we will just provide the steel bars here, and also add the steel bars at this position. Some overlapping must be there, overlapping length. Okay, so we can say that this is our tension reinforcement bars, and same here, tension reinforcement bars. So the steel must be provided at this length here, and at top from this length to this and this end to this, because at this position at the top a tensile stress is developed at this top fiber. So therefore we have to design our beam in such a case so that there must not be any tensile cracks. Now beam with one end fixed and other end roller support means propped cantilever. So how we will design this, let us start. So load is there. Now what we know about the reactions, first we will see. Here we know all the three displacement: delta V 0, delta H horizontal displacement is also 0, rotation is here 0. Here only vertical displacement is 0. Only vertical displacement is 0. So therefore vertical reactions would get developed or induced at this position. Otherwise the slope is not 0 here, slope is not 0. Okay, so now let's start to make a deflected shape. So how we can make in such a manner so that the displacement is also 0 here at this position, and slope should also be 0. So slope should be the deformation should in such a manner that if you make a tangent to the curvature, then the slope must be 0. So this would be in this manner, and it would go in this here some, just a minute. Yeah, so it should be in a manner that here if we say, then if you make a tangent at this position, so slope would be 0 here at position A, and deflection is also here 0, and then it would go bend in this manner, and again it will reach at this position. Then if you make a tangent, there must be a slope, it should not be equals to 0, and it's satisfied here. So this is the deflected shape of this propped cantilever beam. So now let's make the 2D version. So let us just make a deformed shape. Slope should be 0, deflection should be 0, and it is like this. So here slope is possible. Now what we can see here, that it is in compression up to this end, from here to here it is in compression, and this portion is in tension, tensile fibers. Okay, so we will design it in such a manner that a bar must be provided, a reinforcement bars, are provided here from this length to this length, which is in tension at the bottom, and here at the top it is in tension. So here this part must be engaged. So this is the tensile reinforcement bars at bottom, and it is at top tensile reinforcement bars. So this is the designing part for this, that how we will just provide the reinforcement in a propped cantilever beam if the beam is subjected in this support conditions. So the deflected shape we have drawn, and we have seen the tension and the compression, that which part is in tension. So here we have seen the tension and the compression part. Here it is in tension, and at this position it is in compression, but here again this portion is in tension and this becomes a compressive part. So we have just provided the steel, because we know that the principle that of RCC design, that in tension the concrete is weak. So therefore, to just save from getting cracked, tensile reinforcement bars must be provided, and here we have provided the tensile bars to prevent it from getting cracks. Now the cantilever beam, so we will see. So the deflected shape would be in this manner, that here that because we know that support conditions, that here all the three, delta V is 0, delta H is 0, and theta is also, rotation is also 0, and at this end here we know that no restraint is there. So therefore here the slope would not be equals to 0, neither vertical displacements. So therefore this would be the deflected shape. So we can make a 2D analysis, and we will choose a color. We will make a deflected shape here. Okay, so it is a diffracted shape here. So let us see. This is our top fibers which is in tension, and it is our bottom fibers which is in compression. So the top fibers here tensile, sorry. So let us just change the color. So a tensile bars must be provided here. So at the tension top part are reinforcement bars, tensile reinforcement bars must be provided. So this would be the condition for a cantilever beam. So thank you for this.